Right.
Hello, Brian.
So that passed. Oh, Brian Regan's here. Sit down.
Hey, everybody.
Sit down.
Hey.
Hey-ho.
All right.
What's going on, man?
We're talking about Kanye West's mental illness, fucking how he got mad at Ariana Grande for jumping in.
Right. Then
what
he
the
got.
fuck's wrong with this guy?
Then he got mad again at Drake. He was tweeting him for dissing him in songs and talking about his shoes. He said, "If you insult my shoes in your songs, you're taking food out of my kid's mouth. You can't do that. That's crossing the line."
What a fucking baby
to
this guy
insult the
is.
man's shoes that he makes. And then he got mad at Ariana Grande too.
What did she do?
She tweeted out something about Kanye's mental illness.
Oh.
And then he was like, "Hey, keep my name out your mouth."
Hey, stop talking about it then if you don't want people to make fun of it.
Well, I think he's going on manic
Oh,
episodes.
big deal.
All I know is the guy's got the most ridiculous shoes.
You mean these bad boys?
They are terrible.
Oh.
They're pretty bad.
Are those them?
Oh, yeah.
They're awful.
at that.
Oh, yeah. And they are
There's
fucking
writing on. Let me
I
see
was
them.
completely
They are
joking.
ridiculous.
Yeah, they are. But look at them. There's writing on them. They're not even finished.
Wow.
Fucking piss-colored shoes with writing on them.
It's
great.
actually
Got graffiti on
semi-frozen.
'em.
Semi-frozen yellow is the...
Do you like them, Brian?
I was completely joking. I was trying to jump in with a little shoe joke because that was the topic. But yeah, they look cool.
They
I guess,
don't.
right?
Thank you.
I don't like
Thank
the
you,
writing,
Brian.
the stenciled writing on them.
What
Like,
do you
oh, it's just a
mean?
prototype.
What's up, man?
No, they're not.
It's
It's backwards.
A little bit of
Garbage.
deconstruction, like...
So stupid.
You think so?
Hate them.
They're a little much. They're flashy.
Yeah. Well, I'm a flashy guy, Mark.
Yeah.
There's a backwards writing on them. What do you got, Brian?
Whoa.
Look at that.
Huh?
Brian's
got-
got a couple dad
Look
airs.
at that.
Those
man.
are Prada.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
that's a little flashy. That's
I'm proud of my Prada.
you should be.
Huh?
That means you're doing all right. That way, when people look down on the street, they're like, "That's a guy who's found quite a bit of success for himself."
Well, they say you can tell whether how somebody's doing by their shoes.
That's right.
Oh, crap. Look at these.
Okay, my dad actually has those
I
New
love a
Balances,
dad
Mark.
shoe.
Yeah,
I love a good dad shoe. Very comfy.
Yes. So
Oh, my
comfy
God.
and practical.
and Thans are maybe the worst shoes I've ever seen in my
What
life.
are they?
Put them on the table.
They look like an old catcher's mitt.
Thank you.
Let me see. I can't see what they're bagging
Oh,
away.
look at
The only thing
that.
missing is
Thin
the
blood
thumb.
donuts.
The
Yeah.
thumb part.
Yeah,
What are those?
they're Air Orphanage.
Fucking Roy Campanella shoes. Terrible. Those are
Well, we've seen
terrible.
everybody but yours, Jim.
Mine are some okay Adidas.
I'm good with Jim's. Jim's
all
comes
right.
correct with his
classic.
Adidas now.
Those
No,
work.
Yeah.
My Skechers game is no good.
Those are Skechers.
Yeah.
Looks
Yep.
like an old football helmet from the 40s.
yeah,
That's
it's
right.
terrible.
Like that Clooney movie that he did. Yeah.
You remember the Earth shoes?
No.
Earth shoes? Maybe I'm dating myself, but they had like these weird kind of shoes that were shaped oddly. I don't know if it had to do with somebody having a foot disorder or something.
Are
There were a couple of kids
sponsored by Dudley Moore.
Yeah, oh, there we go. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the point of them?
those suck.
I think it was
like hush
to
puppies.
walk more naturally than people do with normal shoes.
Oh, so they went
I never
function
went that
over
route.
fashion.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they looked horrific.
Did you have a pair?
No, I didn't. But there was some guys in my class growing up that it was hard for me to learn because I'm just looking at these guys' shoes.
Right.
You know.
Have
so.
you ever considered? Did you ever consider going the route of the toe finger shoes? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
No.
the ninjas.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
They look very uncomfortable.
No, I would never.
No.
Those
It-
guys are weird who do that.
Yeah, it
It
feels
was-
like you're wearing like spandex tights or something. Like you
Yeah.
shouldn't. There needs
Yes,
some
you should.
coverage.
What is that for? Running?
I guess so, but
You
I
know-
feel like there's zero support then.
It's all part of that philosophy where like people had it figured out 65,000 years ago.
But they did.
I know. They did not. They fucking ate berries. They died when they were 20. Yeah. People were assholes. God, enough of this retro shit.
Yeah.
Fuck cavemen.
We've only improved.
Sucked.
They had it all wrong.
But I mean,
They were living in caves.
to act like they knew. Exactly. That's what they did. They thought
Yeah.
fire was a big deal.
It was back then in their defense.
Fair enough. And they had rocks and nothing to work with it, but their paintings were garbage.
True.
It's like they still had eyes. How
They're-
is that a painting acceptable?
They're literally named after their houses. They lived in caves and they're just called cavemen. There is nothing remarkable about anything
Yeah.
that they did.
Yeah. So let's not like act like the caveman diet. What the fuck? They died
Oh,
young.
the paleo diet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have the ability to do anything.
People love the people love the keto diet right now.
Keto's big.
Keto is huge because you can eat bacon. but no sugar, I think.
Yeah.
Well, bacon has sugar in it unless it's a certain type. I eat a little bit of bacon if you want the truth.
I do, Jim.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Give it to us straight, Jim.
Honestly, Daddy will indulge.
Why do you got to be brutally honest like that? Man?
I know, right?
Well, that's why we
That's
bring
rough.
it. Brian, this is a show. This is like the fucking Terror Dome. We bring it. Daddy likes bacon.
Bacon eater, my God.
Stays within the guidelines of the show. Thank
Where's
you.
my seatbelt?
Have you ever tried any of the... Strap in, Brian.
Sam, go. Comment.
I was going to ask if you've ever
Yes.
tried any of these celebrity diets.
I never have. No, I eat incredibly poorly. Yeah.
You look good.
Well, thank you. Big, thick overcoat
Oh.
with a zipper, you know. I eat Krispy Kreme donuts. I eat Chef Boyardee.
Oh, I love Chef
spaghetti and meatballs cold out of the can.
Yeah.
Wow.
You do?
Oh yeah. I'm
All
a big
right.
can guy. I love a can.
I get a lot. I don't get a lot of support on that.
I'm
so,
with you, baby.
I love that you were just checking to see if he's being sarcastic. When you found out he wasn't, you were like,
No.
yeah!
I've never had anybody like second.
No
that.
one's ever agreed with you on it?
No, ever.
You know what's sad is what I do is stay in a lot of hotels, and that hotels now have that little shopping
That's
thing.
right. The little treat area.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they always have like a can of Chunky, and I'll just buy one Chunky soup and eat it in the room, and there's no microwave in the room, so I just drink it.
Wow.
And it's
You
cold.
just eat it cold right
And
out of
it's
the can.
so good. I love it.
Really?
I love it.
That sounds so like. Do you know how many lonely nights I've had in those type of hotel? Like just hearing that gives me fucking like flashbacks to the entire last tour of just being alone in these hotel lobbies. It stinks.
Eating
I don't
cold
mind
chunky.
it.
I was in a hotel one time, and it was a nice hotel, but I still liked the Chef Boyardee, so I had bought that like after a show. It's weird.
So you didn't
So
have to
to
deal with
finish
any
the
of
show
the fancy room service?
So you had a good show. You wanted to treat yourself.
I want to treat myself. So I got 2 cans of Chef Boyardee spaghetti, and then we went out, and I got a little drunk. And then I go back to the hotel, and there was no fork in the
Oh,
room.
here we go.
So I had to call down to ask for a fork, but with a drunken slur. And I called the front desk, and I'm in 14-7, I want a fork. I want a fork right now. I need to fork something. So they actually came up with, and they try to make it as presentable as possible. Like put it on a cloth.
Right,
You know?
right.
Here's your fork, sir.
It's your fork, hobo.
Enjoy.
I love that you were just slipping into panic, though, because in your drunken stupor, you were like, I can't enjoy my
dude.
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. They
Why'd
should
you have them heated up?
Oh, and I like it. I don't like it hot. I like it cold.
A coagulated spaghetti?
Oh yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's,
You don't phrase it like that.
Yeah, I don't think of it as coagulated. Maybe from now on I'll start eating it.
I mean, you're drunk and you're eating cold spaghetti out of a can. What do your shits look like? What a horror show.
They're coagulated.
I don't know. I kind of think Brian is this is the American dream to get to this point in your life where you're very successful in your chosen field. You're living the dream, and then you get to go home and get drunk and eat cold SpaghettiOs. I mean,
Here.
Brian has a special he's promoting Stand Up and Away with Brian Regan. It's a new Netflix comedy. Oh, it's a series on
series.
Christmas Eve. Oh, what is it about?
it's a hybrid comedy series that blends Brian's stand-up with short sketches and audience interaction, Jim.
Oh, and
Wow.
Jerry Seinfeld has nothing to do with it?
He
No.
does.
Oh,
Jerry
he does.
Seinfeld actually is an executive producer.
Oh, good for you, Brian.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, so I'm very fortunate that he wanted to back this thing, and the Netflix people said yes. And so it's a 4-episode series. Each one is about a half hour, and that's the deal.
That's great,
Sweet.
buddy.
So what do you just do, like little bits here and there in between sketches that are based on your material?
I do a lot of my older stand-up bits,
Uh-huh.
and then I will segue from that into a sketch about whatever, and come up with some type of transition.
Okay, so the sketches are,
Yeah.
the sketches are just based on I don't understand. Like, it's not that you do the bit and then a sketch about the bit.
No. I want the stand-up to remain the stand-up.
Okay.
Stand-up should be stand-up. I don't like messing with that. I don't like to make sketch versions of stand-up comedy routines. So I do the stand-up, and then we have some type of segue. For example, I do my ironing board bit, and then we do a parody of Shark Tank about somebody trying to pitch the ironing board on Shark
Oh,
Tank.
so it ties in.
I'm there.
Yes.
I
I'm
like
there.
it.
Shark Tank parody. I'm there.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And are now you the guy making the pitch?
Yes.
Okay.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Does
Big
it go
laughs.
smoothly?
Big laughs had by all.
But that's cool you don't use the stand-up because sometimes, you watch a pilot of a sitcom and it's so forced that they're shoving in this guy's act
Oh, yeah.
into the script.
Oh, I
No, I
love
don't
that.
like
Then
to
you
do
see
that.
all the hard work at the Laugh Factory every night talking about being this for a living. You're like, there's the fruits of his labor.
Yeah,
Fucking shitty ABC show.
right, exactly.
It is crazy though. Guys trying to build a whole career around a 7-minute set, and they think like this will be my show. Like I'm the guy
people-
who does this. And
Do people still do that? I know that was like big for a period of time.
Not as
Is that
much.
still not as much?
I mean, maybe they do it. It's what people have been trained to do.
The sitcom world is a lot smaller than it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
That used to be a money printing machine, and now it's tough to get them to work, I guess, because
Still
there's
my
so much
dream.
out there. You still want to be in a sitcom?
I want to be the funny neighbor.
Is that why you enter the stage like that when you do Chip every single time?
That's right.
Hey, everybody! Yeah, Chip's here.
It's a big entrance.
Be a great neighbor, Chip.
Do you think that could be a sitcom?
What?
You're Chip guy?
Totally.
I'd say it should be a series of movies like The Lord of the Rings.
Even better.
Giant
Wow.
budget shot by Peter Jackson in
Oh,
New
yeah.
Zealand.
Well, Norton looks like Gollum.
Is this water fair game?
Yeah.
It's fair game. If it's sealed, it's yours, man.
We left at room temp. We know you like that.
That's right. Thank you.
How do you feel about animating stand-up? You like to leave stand-up alone in terms of writing sketches, around it and everything. But how do you feel when you just take the bit, meaning you leave the bit as it is, but you animate around it so that it adds all the visual and everything?
I think stand-up comedy by itself already, you're saying words and then the audience is forming the pictures. So I think when somebody else creates the pictures, it's different from what the stand-up is. Sometimes it's done well, like the Jonathan Katz thing. Was
Oh,
it
yeah.
Dr. Katz?
Oh yeah, I remember that. one.
I was on that and I loved what they did with it.
Mhm.
But there are other times I've seen my stuff animated and I'm like, I don't know.
You
if
didn't
that's
love it.
exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did they get wrong? What do you think they got wrong?
When I've seen people
When you didn't
animate
like it, when you didn't like it, what do you think was wrong?
Well, somebody animated my a thing where I was talking about my mom, and the way they drew my mom, I wasn't happy about it.
Why would they do wrong? They make her too hot or too
no,
awful?
no.
I'm attracted to this cartoon version of my mom.
I shouldn't be going into this, but I love my mom. She's a wonderful person.
Sure.
And then they had her like with a cigarette dangling out of her mouth, and I'm like, my mom doesn't smoke, So
I guess
choice.
You when you're writing the joke, even if it's at your mom's expense, you can kind of protect her a little bit, and then when somebody else adds that visual, all of
Correct.
a sudden
Correct.
your protection isn't there.
they're adding a layer
Yeah.
of something to it that I didn't have in my mind when I told the joke.
That makes sense.
They're just trying to make it cartoon friendly or silly or.
Right,
Yes.
right.
And everybody's going to laugh at a cigarette dangling from the mouth. Right?
Look at this mom with a cigarette thing. She must be a horrible mom.
Well, it's a little character.
what
thing.
we're-
Right.
So do you hope, is part of you hoping that if you do these bits on Netflix, then you'll be able to go out and people won't ask for the bits anymore? You can retire the bits once they're on
Ah,
Netflix.
Interesting.
That's actually an interesting question because
Thank you.
I'm honored that people like to hear these, but I thought this would be a way to kind of put them to bed. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I want,
But hopefully an interesting way where it's like, well, I wonder what sketch they're going to do after this bit. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So they'll see the bit like as stand up and then see some sketch and you go, okay, that ties in sort of. And then I can kind of move away from it.
You're trying to basically behead these bits so people stop fucking bothering you.
Because your bits you have like the free birds of comedy.
Yeah.
I've always been, happy that people like to hear them, but it's bizarre to me.
Do you like it in an airport when someone will say, "Is the yellow one the sun?"
Ah,
We got a real fan
Or
here.
whatever it is they say, it's got to drive me
And then
crazy.
I turn around and go, "You too."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think
But dude,
about
it's
that
funny. I
every
do think
time.
I think of that all the time.
Every airport visit, I think of that joke.
yeah.
You know what's weird? Like the U2 thing is not that. I just happened to do the bit a long time ago, but it's a very easy thing that would happen to anybody.
That's
So
why.
anybody that says that, if you have any comedic mind, would go, "Hey, man, that could be funny." So people tweet U2 references and put them on
Sure.
Instagram, and people are always coming to my defense, like they're angry with these people, going, "Hey, that's Brian Regan's bit," And it's like, calm down, man. You know, it's like somebody
Yeah.
else can
It's literally
have the same
happened to
experience.
everybody.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah,
I've had
you
that
know?
experience. I was out with a girl, and she's like, "You have a nice dick," and I said, "You too."
I've only had
Hey,
me
that's
too.
Brian Regan's bit.
I do. I worry about you a little bit, and I have to warn you that I talked to Bert Kreischer about the same thing, and he said about not about retiring bits, right?
Right.
And he said he did the Machine Story on Showtime, thinking that he could do the Machine Story on Showtime that way, put it to bed, never have to do it again. He loves that everybody loves the story, but
Right.
and so what happened was he did the story, and then they cut that out. They put it on Facebook.
Yes.
It went completely viral. Like that was way bigger than his special. It got like millions and millions and millions of hits. And now he really can't go anywhere
Right.
without people wanting to hear the Machine Story.
So does he end every show by doing it?
He does it all the
Every
time.
show.
So,
Every
they cut it
show.
out of the special? They just
No.
took- I
Meaning
see.
They clipped it out.
Yeah, they clipped it and they put it on Facebook and it went crazy viral.
Yeah.
And now he thought that before it was a pain in the ass, but now he's like, no, now everywhere I go, people want to hear it. It's a good thing. I mean, it's
That's a good problem.
garnered him a new audience and everything, but you got to keep doing the bits.
Got to do the
Do you have a
bits.
bit, Jim, that you have to do all the time? That people always yell out, "Hey, man!"
Yeah, it's this thing I do where I say, "I appreciate you guys coming. Good night." And they start demanding that 5 minutes in. Do the big closer. Will you wave and get the fuck out of here? We realize we've been ripped off.
The part where you walk towards the side of the
Yeah.
stage and leave.
They love
Never
that.
come back.
Yeah, but as I shamefully duck and wave like I'm accepting a standing ovation. That's
right.
It's really just them walking out.
The person who books you goes, "Do you do an encore?" And you go, hey, "It's never come up. It's never."
No one's ever clapped long enough. I've actually tried, but by the time I get there, all their backs are towards the door.
This guy's getting out of wheelchairs, walking away.
You do though. I've seen you perform, and you do absolutely have people yelling out "Chip" every time you go on, and you have to kind of tell them, "No, I'm going to do Chip at
Towards
the end
because
Yeah.
I can't follow it.
Yeah.
But they they go to Jim and they want to see him do the Chip character.
Yeah, and I'll do
Yeah.
it. I mean, I don't
Of
mind
course.
doing it. But it's weird to do without the outfit now.
I saw you years ago. You handled it really, really well. I saw you in Syracuse years ago. Not you, Jim. And you did a thing where at the very beginning of the show, you said, "I'll take requests at the end."
Smart.
And it kept people from.
Well, if they start shouting out right when I hit the stage, yeah, I can't do one of those bits because then it's hootenanny. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
So I have to shut it down.
Yeah,
Right.
because this way, and plus, it's not. You want to do your new stuff. It's more
Exactly.
fun.
Exactly. The normal hour is the stuff from the last couple years.
Yeah. Now, was doing a sketch show, was it something you wanted to do for a long time, or was it just like this
Yeah.
idea came up and you were like, yeah, that could be really great?
No, because my stand-up bits are, when you look at them, they're like little vignettes anyway. They're just like little 1-minute things. And I realized years ago that they're like little plays, but they last a minute.
Mhm.
Like I'm the world's laziest playwright. Like I can't write anything that lasts more than
Yeah.
1 minute or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I thought I can like write these goofy little sketch ideas and then just string them together somehow.
Wow. Yeah, good thing you did write Death of a Salesman. Willie Loman would have been gone by page 4.
That's right. That's right.
Weren't you a cartoon guy? Didn't you draw cartoons?
I had a cartoon strip when I was in college.
Aha.
Did you?
So
You
that's
wrote
kind of
it?
sketchy.
It was The Adventures of Ned Stickman. He was I couldn't draw well.
I was about to say, that's the best cover.
I couldn't draw
Yeah.
well. And so I knew it would be hard for me to draw the same guy twice. So I had to make my main character a stick man. But he was the only stick man. Everybody else was like a normal person. And he was like a superhero, but he was flawed. Like if 4 people were falling out of a building, he would catch 3. And then one would splat and die.
But he
And
caught 3.
He did catch
that
3.
was my feeling. It's like
Right.
the world is better with him than without him, but there was still a dead guy.
Right.
What
And
was
that's
the
how I
major
ended
flaw?
the cartoon.
0% body fat? What was his major flaw?
So yeah, I had a little cartoon strip in college.
Did people like it?
Yeah. It was. I made a Ned pinup one time. I had Ned looking all sexy, and I had it in the college newspaper. And we would sell. Me and my buddies sold sandwiches in the dorms, and I saw Ned pinups on all the girls' dorm walls, man. And it was like So they were getting into the humor of it, you know. It
Now, would
made
you
me
be
feel
able?
great.
Would you be able to go up to him and be like, I drew that, and if you did that, would they go, "Oh my God, is that true?" Or would they go, "Okay, great, who cares?"
Well, it was such a small school. They knew that I drew it.
Yeah.
There was only about 40 people in the whole. No, it's like 1,000 students. But
Where was it?
Heidelberg College.
Oh, that's a big one. What do you take there?
What's that?
What do you take in Heidelberg College?
Well, I went there to be an economics major, but I ended up switching my major to communication and theater arts. And then
Smart.
that's when I got into the comedy deal.
Oh, okay, right around there.
Did Ned Stickman make you a campus celebrity?
It did.
I love that.
Hey.
I love that.
It did.
There's nothing better than
That's when I would walk around. People go, "You're the Ned Stickman guy," and I like that feeling of like, "Wow, man!" I
People
made this
recognition.
goofy little thing, you know.
Is this
Yeah.
where you segue into how you were a campus celebrity?
No. I witnessed campus
Oh, okay.
celebrities, but I was not even close. I went to Syracuse, which is much, it's a big school.
Sure.
But when the basketball team was winning,
The Monange Men.
That was very.
when the basketball team was winning,
Yeah.
oh my God, they couldn't go anywhere. They were the biggest celebrities in the world because, they were
Wow.
they were on campus.
This is a big difference in
Plus,
the
they
stick
were
man.
tall.
Huh?
This is a big difference in the stick man. I don't think you weren't getting showered with
Pussy.
vagina.
The stick man wasn't getting some vagina. It's only 1,000 people at the school. I figured that is they're not going to have an NCAA winning basketball team, right? They got the stick man.
Yeah, did you have a team?
Did Heidelberg?
Yeah.
I played football at Heidelberg.
Oh,
come
okay.
on.
Oh, now you're stick
So that-
man
that's
and
Playing
athlete.
football
That's
and
how
he's
I
the
was-
stick man.
I was getting all the broads because of the football.
Right.
Ah.
Did you hook
Because
up
I
a
was a
lot?
football hero.
You hooked up a lot in college?
I did adequate.
All right. Well done.
You know.
Then you take him on a date for some cold spaghetti.
Hey, when you get into your spaghetti-o binges and you go out and you have a couple cocktails,
It's not SpaghettiOs. Chef
I'm
Boyardee
sorry.
spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh,
I'm sorry. When you go
sorry.
on,
SpaghettiOs. It's a kid thing. I wouldn't.
No,
I'm
you're
an
right.
adult.
you're right.
I'm an adult.
I didn't mean to demean
The
you.
raviolis aren't bad either.
I like the ravioli too.
We get the same taste.
But when you get into that state and you're getting ready, you're gonna have your Chef Boyardee,
Yeah.
but you have a couple cocktails before that. Do you avoid people while you're intoxicated because you're Brian Regan? You don't want them to see drunken Brian Regan, or do you not care?
No, I care.
You do.
Yeah, I have to be careful with that. You
Yeah.
know. So
But not so careful that you won't call the front desk and say, "Bring me a fork."
that's why.
Brian fucking Regan.
That's why I. Yeah.
I brought my dinner in my luggage.
I've got a suitcase of clothes and a suitcase of Chef Boyardee in the can.
Do you have it at home and just eat it, or is it a road treat?
I don't eat it at home.
You don't?
No, it's a road treat.
Yeah.
I just realized how sad that sounds.
Yeah.
Are you still in Vegas?
Yeah.
Such a smart place to live because you can get flights anywhere.
Yeah. It's
I
been
mean,
good.
that's New York too, isn't it?
No, but Vegas with the weather, you're probably gonna have good weather too, so you'll probably be able to get in and out. And it seems like a very central place.
And I'm always flying against the grain. People fly into Vegas on the weekends. That's when I'm flying out.
Right.
So I'm not dealing with the security lines and all that.
It's not bad when you're coming back in. No one's going to Vegas on a fucking
Exactly.
Monday morning.
Exactly. I'm the only guy
Just you.
flying to Vegas early Monday morning.
Did your baggage ever get checked? And they're like, "What is this, sir?" And you're like, "It's 17 cans of Chef Boyardee. It's really nothing to be alarmed by."
That's why the metal detector went berserk.
Wait, do you check luggage?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you can't
Yeah,
carry
you
on?
get checked.
I am the worst. I bring 2 suitcases.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know how to pack light. I never could.
But
For
Brian,
a
you want to
weekend?
sit? You gotta wait
And
an hour
a
to get
carry-on
your.
bag.
You got to wait an hour to get your bag. That would drive me
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah, I do
If I'm
that
going
every
for
time.
10 days, I'm just wearing shit a bunch of time. I can't
Same.
do it.
Same. And my friend worked as a baggage thrower, and he's like, "Don't ever check." I mean, he's like, "We rape those things. They throw them around all over the place."
So wait, you'll go. How long do you go out for when you go though? You're doing theaters. What do you go out for?
It's usually 4 nights, 4 one-nighters.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Correct.
Okay, and you'll wear a suit each night.
No.
What do you wear?
Jeans and maybe a sport jacket.
How
or
many pairs of-
untucked shirt?
Well, you're a little OCD. I remember we got to that last
Yeah.
time. So is that you can't make a decision on what you're going to wear?
Huh?
Like when you're packing, you're not sure what
Yeah,
you're
like what
you
can
want.
you wear
that's
one
true.
pair of
yeah, I
jeans and-
I bring more stuff than I need.
Okay.
Sometimes.
And how do you mean the OCD? Is it because
Just I gotta have this, I gotta have that. Like I
I
might want
see.
this. I want to wear a different thing every night. Like there's a whole Like, will you wear the same?
I'm not that goofy about it, but I,
Yeah, the tone may have been off.
I think your own.
I don't think I'm quite like that.
I didn't mean to make you seem like a fool.
Oh my God!
But I mean, like the whole thing of I'm not sure what I'm going to wear every night. Is it
You're
going to?
projecting your own mental illness, so you feel better about
I
yourself.
do. I'm not even kidding. I wear the same underwear 5 days.
Same. You flip and flop.
No,
I don't care.
No,
It's like
no,
an old
no,
uncle
no.
joke. That's disgusting.
I'm not even
You're supposed to
joking.
actually do that.
I wear
would
the same
never.
socks.
Yeah.
Days.
Oh.
Dude, I'll wear my underwear until I can smell them while I'm walking.
Oh. I mean, there's a comfortable medium here. You don't need to check bags for 4 days, but there's also no reason to wear underwear 5 days in a row. We're on two opposite ends of the spectrum
Like
here,
a second
guys.
pair of underwear. A second pair.
Yeah, just one. You know how I pack, and this is a little crazy.
Fudge.
One. It's good. No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
I like it.
It's good. One pair of underwear for each day.
Hey.
That's what I do. It's something you might want to try. Something
But
Mark,
you're
Jim.
gone for a week. That's 7 panties.
7 pairs of seven pairs of panties.
That's a lot.
Right, Troy?
If they're not soiled, why change them?
You can flip them inside out.
Yeah, I'm not doing that, man.
All right.
I'm not. I'm just gonna wear new underwear every day.
What about pants? I wear the same pants for
pants
a
are-
year.
Dude,
Flip
it's
'em?
crazy.
You flip them inside out.
Yeah.
I'd usually do like if I'm gone for a week, 2 to 3 pairs of pants, probably 2.
Wow.
Brian, what do you pack that you can't take in carry-on? Is there anything you bring that like you can't fit in a carry-on?
Firearms.
Or is it just is it something like that?
Uh,
I bring a
Can't
cock
open it.
pump. I had my cock pump pulled out once. That was embarrassing.
Whoa.
It's like a bit, but it's true.
But you might need it on a plane, so you better carry it on.
I do.
Right.
It's in my
Right.
luggage and my lube.
You bring that. Do you have to get a small container of lube because
Yeah,
of the
it's liquid.
liquid?
100%.
So you have travel size lube.
You bet I do.
Smart.
You bet I do.
Really smart.
Yep. Brian?
Do you have trouble with the lube and penis
oh,
pump?
man. Feel
Yeah.
awkward following that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I bring my comedy folders.
Yeah.
With rough ideas and things like that, and I just travel with them, and I haven't learned how to
You know the
put them
jokes
in my
though,
computer.
don't you?
Well,
You got new stuff.
You got to work on new stuff.
Yeah, but do you need
So
to?
you pack that? Why don't you just carry it in
Yeah.
a carry-on? It's written jokes. You write a lot, don't you?
I try, I try to do some new stuff every now and then.
Yeah. Brian's really prolific. Brian's really prolific, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
You haven't gone to laptop. You like the freehand.
I should. I'm trying to switch over.
Same way. I just kept these ruffled notes in my pocket, and I can't.
Look at that.
All my friends go to iPhone. I can't do it.
You got jokes in there?
All jokes.
Yeah.
I'll talk them into my iPhone notes because I get more work done that way because I'm so fucking lazy.
Right.
Talking in.
Right.
And I don't forget stuff that way.
But then you got to hear your dumb voice later.
No. Into the notes. It's just prints it. It writes it out.
Oh,
Just use
wow.
Siri.
That's advanced.
Really?
Yeah. You can do like.
You can talk, and it scripts it out for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on, Dad. I'll show you. Look, like open up the notes.
All right.
Right.
And if I want to just like say I have a joke idea, something like
Oh, I can't wait.
what?
I'm just glad that we get to see a part of this process.
Yeah.
Old woman with cancer falls down steps. Print it out.
What did it say? What does
Huh.
it say?
Old woman with cancer falls down steps.
Wow.
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 Now,
I have that, but I just write in it.
You don't have to. You talk into it.
I know, but
Yeah,
now you
but-
got to say that at the airport.
right, exactly.
You talk, I don't do it into a microphone. I do it quietly.
All right.
It's still a
So
weird
like when
thing.
you're boarding and there's like a guy right in front of you and a guy right behind you and you're saying old woman with cancer
No.
falls down
Oh, no,
steps
if I'm-
and then you laugh and then put the phone back in your
Oh, if
pocket.
I'm getting on a plane, I'll say something like bomb. Yeah, perfect.
There you go.
Man.
Amazing.
I'm surprised you don't do that.
I don't ever talk
I'm gonna
into my
start-
phone. I don't do that. I mean, if
Wish
I'm,
you felt the same way about radio microphones.
why would you add the word radio? Just say microphone.
I
It's
probably,
right there.
you know what? You're right. I probably could have. It was a little too wordy, so I'll accept that.
Good for you. I mean, other than phone calls, like I don't do the talk texting, any of it. Voice
me
memos.
neither.
A lot of people do that now. Instead of texting, like they
Yeah.
send voice memos. So they talk into the phone, and then a recording comes up in your text message, and then you hit play and put it
I
to
like
your
that.
ear. I don't know. A lot of celebrities do it for some
That's
reason.
exactly it.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you.
I guess.
It's good for the kids, to send them little voice messages. I use that all the time for that.
What do you send? Like Mon Mange?
No,
Yeah.
it's right there. It's mon
Mon
ange.
amour.
Oh. What kind of voicemails
Just
do
like
you send to your kids?
Little good night things, when I'm.
Do you have
text?
one on your phone?
Huh?
You must have one because when you send
Yeah,
it,
in
they
the,
say,
into
"Let's hear
in
one."
the send text. I'd like to hear one.
Yeah, I guarantee you have them. They save in your audio. I've sent a bunch.
My kid's
Sure.
only not even 2 years old yet. I don't know how to do this stuff. I need tips.
Yeah, let me hear one then.
I should hear one.
No.
Why?
Fuck no. You got Monange today.
But
That's
it's
it.
only
That's what you get.
It's not a bad
I don't
thing.
know
It's
how
not your
to-
kid talking. It's just you.
It's
Yeah,
just
me
you-
being a fucking little cutesy idiot for
Yeah,
my kid.
No, I need to know how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
That's great content.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to be a bad father. I need to know how to do this.
I
stuff.
mean, please, first of all, isolate that. And second, you can easily master this skill. It's like pretending your kid's there and just say it into the phone.
I don't talk to him.
I know.
I like that. This will be the lesson that makes you go from a bad father to a good
It
father.
is. Figuring out.
This is the turning point.
Yeah, you got a voice text. I had no idea.
Stop beating him first.
Travis, do you voice text your daughter?
No, I'm usually home when I say goodnight.
Oh,
That hurts.
Damn. He's not pursuing some pipe dream.
So is Stan. He's just downstairs.
No, we
He
FaceTime and
tucks
text.
him in and all that.
I want to hear one of those voicemails.
I do too.
Cool.
Jim invites you in. He shares his home with you.
That's right. 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Gave
Thank
you
you.
water.
Let you do the whole show. Advertise your open mic.
I didn't even take any donuts.
Didn't
Bought
take any of the donuts.
I ate the bagel you bought for me.
Good for you, Travis. You're a good friend, and you won't even.
It was wrong too. I didn't even want a wheat bagel. But
Really?
I ate it.
No,
Good
wheat
for you.
bagel.
Yeah, I
Yuck.
ate it.
Who eats a wheat bagel?
No one.
I thought it might help.
And
Yeah.
you won't even share
My most
your
intimate.
lovely voicemail or voice text or whatever. I mean, Troy, don't you think
You're
that if-
tempted.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, what are you doing? All the guys are here. We're all laughing.
Brian's sitting there going like, "This is really disappointing." Like you were having such a good time a minute ago.
And then this.
Yeah, you disappointed Brian Regan.
Yeah, come on then.
You want to do open mics again, and you got Brian Regan disappointed in
right.
you. You think that's the career? Okay, that's
not
the
a good
career
look.
move.
No,
It
not
is,
at
it
all.
isn't.
It's not a good look.
All we
Troy, if the EDM people, the important ones,
Okay.
if they were like, "We got to hear what's your voice text that you send to your family are," what are you doing?
You whip it out and you play it.
Of course,
You man up.
of course, you man up. Of course,
Bad father.
bad father is right.
Terrible.
I think I'm actually being an incredible father by
I don't
not
think
playing
so.
those in there. I've been on the other side of this bit
It's
before.
like he wants to hide
think
how much
so.
he loves his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, no need to hide that. We're not going to mock that.
That's not mockable
No.
Good father.
You can't even look at me in the eye and say that, Jim.
because
So
he's-
I don't want to get emotional and weep. I'm very emotional lately.
I can tell. I know that face. You're about to weep, Jim.
Absolutely.
Don't let Than take you there.
Try not to.
He's manipulating you, Jim.
Yes.
Than, go ahead, take your phone out.
Yeah, guy, whip that little joke.
Let's
around.
see what it sounds
Let's
like.
have a short one.
I got to know. Just a quick one. One voice text. Just
Yeah.
one little
It's like
voice text.
bullying. You're bullying him.
Who is?
Yes,
yeah,
we
but
are.
I used to work here, so I know the deal.
What if we take a vote?
I think a vote is fair.
A vote is fair. If nobody wants to hear the voice text, we will not do it. And if
This is nice because Brian can easily sit out the vote, be the good guy, and still I'll lose the vote.
I'm going to support him.
There you
He
go.
doesn't want.
okay, that's one vote for no.
that's
Let's just say who would
And he'll
like
vote no.
who would like to hear Than's voicemail?
To his children?
Yeah.
What is the? You just say good night?
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess
That
that's
doesn't
one,
seem that
two,
interesting.
One,
Exactly.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Yep.
6. Shitloaf is in there.
Okay.
Okay.
That's true.
Shitloaf.
And
Fucking-
now, wait, we
yeah.
got to finish the vote.
That's true. Who would
And
not
now-
like to hear it?
Who votes no?
Okay, let's count these up.
Okay. 1,
Two.
2.
Mark, have you abstained?
I don't care. I don't think it'll be that good.
All right,
Right.
so that's a no. So
That's a
4 to
no.
3 or 6 to 3.
6 to 3.
in favor of yes.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and
It's a
hear
landslide.
it is. It's a landslide victory for play the voice text.
Yeah, it really was.
Any
Yeah.
donuts left?
Hold on, Mark. We're getting the voicemail.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Than?
I do have a donut. No. I'm familiar with how these things work.
Yeah,
Why
we'll
don't
just,
you just tell us
Apparently
what
not.
you say?
Apparently you are not.
yeah, just be a.
Why? I shouldn't have even brought it up in the first place.
No, because you're disappointing everybody.
That's right.
Everybody's sad now.
It's probably just
Especially
a little
Brian.
mushy.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
little, air kisses and whatnot.
How do the air kisses sound?
Oh God, you shouldn't have told
Just
us
do
that.
an impression of it.
That's fair. That's a fair
Yeah,
compromise.
nice compromise.
Good night.
Aw,
All
see?
right,
Look at that.
I'm hard.
Mm,
This could be a great sketch on the show.
you think so?
Yeah. Everybody would have loved it.
I think so.
And when's it out? the show?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas
Oh,
Eve.
great! I can't wait.
Thank you.
I'm gonna watch. I'm excited.
Are they dropping all 4 at once?
Yes,
or
they
is
are.
it? Oh, that's the way to do it.
To
Yes.
do the binge watching thing. Well, if people want to watch them all.
Yeah,
Christmas Eve is also, yeah, I mean, that's a good time to drop it because that's the time that everybody's at home
and
and
you're
actually
bored.
has some time to binge. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I can be so bold, I'm on another thing called Louder Milk.
Yeah.
It's a Peter Farrelly directed series about substance abuse. We just got picked up for our 3rd season.
That's great, buddy. Who do you play?
I play Muggsy.
Which
I'm
is?
I'm a guy recovering from substance abuse and estranged from my family and the whole thing. And sounds funny as hell, but
No, I'm in.
but it's good.
Who else is in it? Ron
I'm not saying-
Livingston. Who else?
Ron Livingston is in it.
Oh, nice.
Will Sasso.
Oh, wow.
Those are the 2 bigger names, and it's we're getting some good heat.
And that's
AT&T's Audience Network. It's
Yes.
amazing how many places there are to put content out. It's great, right? Like something that ABC might have said no to, you could do here. You could do it on Amazon. You could do it there's a million places.
I'm a major network would have never ever done this show.
Why? Is it the cursing or the
Well, it's-
subject matter?
A little of both. You know, it's very the Farrelly brothers.
Yeah.
very
Yeah, love
dark
'em.
and twisty and foul language and that sort of thing. But it's real. Gritty. I mean,
It's so nice that they have all those outlets, not just because then a show like this can come out and they don't have to change it so that they can get it on a network. They go,
Exactly.
this is the show.
exactly.
So it's a good show either way. There's going to be a spot for it.
Well, Peter Farrelly, I heard him talking, saying it's weird that movies and TV have flipped.
Completely.
It used to be movies is where you would see interesting content, and TV was the more hack-oriented stuff. And now with so many networks like you're talking about, you can do interesting stuff on TV, and movies is all
Sequels.
Oh, yeah, superheroes.
superheroes.
Yeah.
Right.
Things that look better on a big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and familiarity. Like people need
Yep.
I feel like people they go to the theater and they need to know exactly what the process is. Like I
Yeah.
saw Creed 2. And Creed 2 is a good movie. But I was sitting there going, you didn't even need to necessarily hire a writer for this
Exactly.
because you knew exactly from beginning to end
Yeah.
how this thing was going to go before you even walked in.
And then like Jumanji, they got to remake that. It's like that's not even that old.
Right.
They're already remaking Jumanji.
I know. I didn't see the new one. I like the old one though.
Yeah, it's fun.
They're redoing Clueless.
Jesus.
Yes.
As
Yes.
if.
Bullshit.
That's right.
Because a lot of the minds growing up, they just grew up watching movies. They're
Yeah.
just recreating the same shit.
It's weird. They remade Footloose and stuff.
Did they?
Yeah, they remade
Ew.
Footloose.
There's all
Who?
kinds of shit out
Heather
there.
Mills.
Okay. Literal interpretation of the film.
Oh, boy.
What? Who was in it?
In the remake
Yeah.
of
I
Footloose.
was some hot guy. I
Yeah, it
don't
was a
know,
couple
some
years ago.
Cute kid.
Yeah.
No Kevin Bacon.
No, he was the cutest of the kids.
Let's hear it for the boys.
Yeah.
He sure was.
There it is.
Yeah, who was it? Was it Derek Hoff or somebody?
They don't need to remake that. It's a fucking dancing movie.
I know.
Did John Lithgow reprise his role? No. Julianne Hough, Dennis Quaid,
Oh.
Andy McDowell.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
gives a shit about this movie?
Nobody.
Nobody saw it.
Was it the
Nobody.
same song or did they redo the song too?
I'm sure I would think that they
Is this
redid
the
it.
rem-
No,
Remake.
This is the remake of it.
you can't tell the
2011.
difference,
Oh,
can you?
2011.
Yeah.
Kick off
Yeah.
your
So now that-
Sunday shoes. It's a dumb fucking song anyway.
That's so old. I think they should be doing a remake of the remake.
Yeah, we are ready
think
for a
it's time-
remake of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they did with Halloween. I mean, Halloween they did the
Ugh.
remake in the mid 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
and then they came back, and I guess technically this is a sequel, but really
Mm-hmm.
it's a remake. Like Creed, technically it's a Rocky sequel, but it's a remake.
That was really
Right.
good. It's a trap when they burn him. Oh, that's really great. They burned him in fucking Halloween 2.
Yeah.
You're still
Loomis.
pissed about the beard.
I am pissed about the beard, and they burned him in Halloween 2.
It's a good movie.
Shot his eyes out.
Halloween 2 didn't
Oh, you
happen.
mean
It did.
It did not.
Shot his fucking eyes out.
They're not brother and sister.
Ugh.
And what Spider-Man are we on now? This is like the 41.
This is a cartoon now.
Oh.
Spider-Man the cartoon.
It's Into the Spider-Verse.
Everybody
Ah.
loves it. You see the Spider-Verse, Than?
I can't wait to. I have not.
I've heard the music in it is very good, but other than that,
Yes.
I don't know. I can't comment.